We're getting married.
Don't.
What kind of question you got?
I was gonna ask his age, but what's your zodiac sign?
Don't lie.
Sagittarius.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I hate that sign question. Cause like, what is it really making them pop the balloon for?
Ick, superstitions, hormones, I mean, who the hell cares? The point is marriage and dating. Particularly, but no more exclusive to the West, is an absolute nightmare. One that not a lot of guys mentally and financially recover from. And I think by the end of this segment, you all will agree with me. And if you already believe it, well, this is just as good because it acts as an affirmation that you're doing the right thing. The top comments for the clip are, grown-ass women worried about a damn sign. Well, that's the thing. None of them ever grew up mentally, only physically. Bro just dodged mad bullets. The balloon pop sounds make this so much better. He could have said any sign, they still would have popped. And that's the point. A lot of these women just go on these things to act like children, because they're definitely dealing with third-degree Chad rug burn. Zodiac says a lot about you, but for me, I never had a problem with the Sagittarius. Read a book, lady. Can we come together as a community and stop this Zodiac nonsense? It ain't happening, man. These chicks are devoid of spirit. They chose a cheap compass because the real thing would force them to confront the past. Moving on.
I was married
Okay.
for 3 years. That didn't work out. I got married too young. And
Oh, there we go.
What age did you get married?
I was 21.
Bruh. Why do you say you got married too young?
That's way too young.
I mean,
Hold on. Who said that's way too young?
Me. I got
you-
married at 20, first time.
Why is that way too young?
Because you don't even know yourself. You need to date yourself in order to date someone
That
else.
Real
is-
fast, let's get a, just so I know. Raise of hands if you guys think 21 is too young to get married. Raise of
Very
hands if you
good.
think. Just so we get the temperature on the room.
100%.
Okay, so majority of the women, there you go. The majority of girls think it's too young. I'm sorry, so you can continue on and say why.
You
you're
need
explaining?
to date and figure out who you are before you date.
That is...
Before you pick a
Okay.
partner.
All right. Yeah, that's... No. Ladies, yeah. Ladies, if there are any women watching this, due respect. That's the worst advice you could ever give someone.
Ah yes, the body count pilgrimage. The movement that leaves women hopelessly trapped in a comparative loop that leaves them against the wall with no hope of recovery. Lady, that marriage didn't work out because you rode the carousel in your teens, not because you were too young. Women are always going around saying they need to find themselves, and why? Because feminism left them so confused, they don't know who they are. If they had any semblance of direction, youth wouldn't play a role in marriage success. The comments are, 21 is too young for them, but by 30, no one is going to want them. Then they will complain. Where did all the good men go? Exactly right. They just want a free ride after getting more banged up than a construction worker's F-150. The women are correct on this. These men are flat out wrong here. Keep huffing glue, buddy. The most divorced group. Correct. Gold star for you. You marry someone at 20 and then wake up at 30 wondering, who the hell is this person I married, if you make it that long? Looks like it's just one of those days. People, that's called hitting the wall. It's the hormones talking. 2 years after the divorce, you'll hop on TikTok, cry, and wonder how it all went wrong. Of course men want them young, easily trained, and could be a virgin. And? Am I missing something here? Next clip.
I feel like women and men should date on their level. Because if you know you only can afford Applebee's and Red Lobster, why are you trying to go after this woman that you know she want high-end restaurants? She want to go to State 48. Like, we got to start making this stuff make sense. If you know you can't afford her, don't go after her because ain't nobody finna down their lifestyle to be with you. And that's just straight up.
Okay, a couple of things here. Woman, you're a poser. You always see chicks like this trying to cosplay class. They'll go to Temu, order a fake mink, fox, or whatever coat, and pretend like a millionaire is drooling at their doorstep for a chance to take them to Ruth's Chris or something. That's not even the best spot. I just assume that's what this woman thinks is luxury. Regardless, I know exactly where this woman is headed, right back to a 9-to-5 that pays her minimum wage because the way she speaks pretty much gives it all away. Here are the comments. The problem is a lot of women don't know their level. They think their level can just be declared based on what they wish it were. Precisely. They'll plunge into crazy amounts of debt, buying nonsensical clothes and makeup, and think that investment isn't a red flag for any man with 2 brain cells to rub together. My question is, can you afford these high-end places? Nope, she's a fraud. Most of these women can't afford the lifestyle they want a man to pay for. This is what a broke woman looks like, fellas. Take notes. She's telling you off the rip you are going to have to fund a lifestyle she really can't afford on her own. Cheers, mate. Right on point with this one. She is faking it all day. People who talk about money and level have no money and are still on the first level. Truth. Next.
I'm Michaela. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I have 2 really important questions for you.
I'm ready.
One, when's the last time you cried?
When my dog died.
Okay.
You like criers?
No, I just want a man that can go through his emotions, and if that means he needs to cry, once a month, that's good.
Yeah.
Second question, what's your death row meal?
My death row meal.
You're dying tomorrow, what are you eating? There are wrong answers.
Well, actually, probably the lasagna that my grandma used to make and my mom makes now.
Okay, points for nostalgia.
What's yours?
Okay, so I'm starting with an Olive Garden never-ending salad. I don't want to hear any Olive Garden slander. And then I'm gonna go for probably truffle butter steak as the main. I put a lot of thought into this, if you can't tell.
Hey, Michaela, you do karaoke, right? Can you sing a little song for Kev right now?
I need 14 shots before I start singing with you.
So if we were in the car,
Okay.
you wouldn't sing with me?
Well, first of all, you're driving, correct?
Yeah.
I'm a passenger princess. I can't operate a vehicle.
You don't know how to drive.
No, I do.
So that's someone who can't ride a bike. You don't know how to drive.
I know how to drive, but that's a man's duty.
Okay.
Do you disagree?
What other?
Okay, this is darker than the Game of Thrones battle at the wall, but it's a solid message for newcomers. Guys, if a woman comes up to you and has one of these bullshit PowerPoint presentations, just know that they've been practicing it for some time. They're playing the boss babe role, and if you choose to be impressed or encourage this, it's gonna blow up in your face like the fat man in 1945. The comments are, why is she full of red flags? Easy, she's a modern woman. Why does she talk like she's so important? She's watched all the propaganda, man. Wrong answers, then goes for Olive Garden salad. She appears to be a fan of the all-you-can-eat breadsticks. Her voice is irritating, ain't it? Extremely. Imagine you're meeting someone who is so judgmental that she judged you before you met her. I don't think a lot of guys have to imagine it. They lived it, and hopefully that's the only lesson they needed to pick the right path. Next clip.
Make a compelling argument why men should get married.
If you're not religious, it's really, really difficult to give a compelling reason because I believe it's a spiritual thing. I believe it's just a fulfillment of your duty as a man of God. So if you're not religious in any way, then why bother?
I can't think of a single reason on planet Earth why a secularist would get married. A secularist man, a man who is absent religion, I can't think of a single compelling reason for him to get married in today's market.
What about children?
You think that it's not... Wait,
They can have children absent marriage.
Yeah, but isn't that the whole men's thing, that it's the man's name passed on through generations? And
yeah, his name will still pass on to the next generation. You can still have children without getting married.
Yeah, I still have my
That's
dad's
my
last
whole point.
name even.
Something that appears to be lost on women like this. Chicks are always using the name argument, but the man's right. Without marriage, the name still lives on, unless the woman goes rogue, which I suppose is equally possible. Regardless, now they're a single mom. Also, religion only applies to those who follow it, and Western governments wouldn't know laws and scriptures if it were written on the back of their hand. They, like women, only see the profit that comes from failure, which is why society keeps trying to push it in that direction. The top comments here are, it's for women to take half, that's all. True, it's been warped beyond recognition. There's no reason to get married. Make a compelling argument why a woman should get married in this day and age. Okay, well, they just gave a ridiculous argument. But here's more. Alimony, higher child support, litigation, and harmfully legal defamation. I mean, this is why women beg for it, even though we refuse to comply. Having children outside of marriage is statistically detrimental to children. And whose fault is that, Vinay? Women trade 18 years of raising a child in exchange for half the man's stuff if it doesn't work out. Marriage is, and it literally always has been, baby insurance for women, and used to be ownership of property for men. It no longer is that. There is no benefit. You are correct, sir. You get a cookie. Next clip.
How old are you?
I'm 29.
What's the most challenging thing about dating at 29 in Miami?
When you have nothing to offer.
You or the man?
The man.
Okay.
I feel like men these days, like you have to like pretty much ask them what's their favorite lip gloss because they just want princess treatment.
What gives you that idea?
They just want you to like chase after them. They want you to like be the one to initiate conversations. There's like no like real men anymore.
Should a man not be chased and admired?
No, they should be chasing.
Okay. What gave you that mentality?
I think maybe my upbringing.
What about it though?
A man should be a man. I don't know. Yeah.
Is there a difference between pursuing and chasing though?
It's like the same thing. Yeah, they're like the same thing.
So how do you show a man that you value him if he's always chasing you?
If I actually want him, then I will make the time for him and give him attention. But if he's not giving me that initial attention, then I'm good.
She looks 45. Reason, marriage and dating is a nightmare number 300,548. Women still think they present enough value to be chased. The reasons women are chasing men are enough to fill an archive. But what it really comes down to is that men are the only half of the Western equation that presents some kind of value. It's not so much that men don't chase, and more that there is nothing to chase anymore. So we either leave or wait. So the top comments are, reasons why she is still single at 29, haha. Yep. And honestly, it looks like she hit the wall at 25. She's like one of those middle-aged Disney chicks. Walking red flag. She 100% correct. Men should be hunters. If you're a man and you're not a hunter, go find your father and ask him why you aren't a hunter. Something went wrong. A lesson was missed, sadly. Lady, men are still hunters. They just choose not to hunt and fish in Chernobyl. Translation, I only date really rich, successful, and good-looking men, and they don't want relationships. I don't think she has ever dated them, but the rest of the comments are valid. Partial credit, my man. Don't chase women, it'll be y'all downfall. Amen, brother. Amen. Next.
I mean, I don't want to be rude, but if the guy didn't pay for our date, there wouldn't be another one.
There wouldn't be another one.
I'm traditional
Agreed.
like that. I like that my husband I would offer to be nice, but like he would be like, no way, you're not paying for anything on any date that we ever go on.
Okay.
And I like that.
You like that?
Yeah.
But if a guy were to have taken you up on the token offer, let's say, you would be a little deal breaker?
It would be a deal breaker. I would pay, but then it would be no second date.
See, I got to challenge you a little bit on this here. So, women often complain that men are poor communicators, but if you offer to pay, I feel like men are very literal, logical thinkers. So, like, when I think of that, if a girl offers to pay, and then say a guy in good faith takes up that offer, and then you disqualify him because of the words that came out of your mouth, wouldn't that quite literally be poor communication?
I guess in a sense.
Well, good luck with that. Women always start the sentence with, I don't want to be rude, but, and then say the most ludicrous thing anyone could have predicted. Plus, the fact that this guy just gave her a valid question, and she only chose to acknowledge it without giving any real thought, tells you everything you need to know about where she'll be with her cats in the next 5 years. Here are the comments. Not only poor communication, but wouldn't that be manipulation too? Yeah, it would, and we're not out here ready to play games. Most women know the cost of everything and the value of nothing. Solid point. This should be the title of a book. Let her pay, then ghost her first. Interesting move. Free meal and a valuable lesson. Nice, a free meal and a no second date with a woman like you. That's a deal. Don't offer if you don't mean it. Brother, you just summed up the dating scene in 7 words. The thing is, these women will say anything and everything at the start of the date, with the most sinister holding back until the document is signed. Again, it's not something I'd wish on my worst enemy. Next clip.
I feel like as a lady, I should never have to open a door, pump my gas, or like anything like that, especially if a man is present. A man? Any man, even if it's not mine. The tranny? I'll open the door for her. I love them.
Good luck with the bear, sweetheart. You're gonna need it. The one thing to note here is that she says, any man. They don't even have to be mine. See, chicks like this, modern women, would vote for a tax that gave every 304 universal basic income if they could. I mean, in a lot of ways, they've already achieved some of this. So much government funding goes to women with a victim complex. It's why none of us dare to put our own cash in a fund that just breeds entitlement. The top comments are, nah, let the bear do all that. Hey, it looks like we're on the same page. Gold star for you. As a man, I feel like I should never have to do my laundry and cook or clean, especially when there's a woman around. Doesn't even have to be my woman. See how you sound? I mean, in a perfect world, that should be the case, but your motives are pure. Get over yourself. Bruh, you not special. Y'all fought so hard to be independent, though. And that's the key takeaway here. Women like this will always clamor at the gates for autonomy while asking for handouts any chance they get. Why would any man in their right mind do that? Moving on.
Hey! What's going on? Oh, can you just sit down on the ground for me? First things first, can you give me your name? I'm Becca. What's your name? Okay. Have you taken any drugs tonight? Have you been drinking tonight? You're just super upset? You haven't had anything to drink tonight? How come you're crying so much? Listen to me. Did you and your wife have a physical domestic? Like, were you beating each other up? Or you were just... Never. Okay. Did your wife kick you out of the house? I mean, I'm just trying to understand why you left.
She don't kick me out.
Okay. But why did you leave?
Because
This is a sad one, but I needed to include it. After all, this is what happens when you let a Western woman take the wheel while you work your ass off to be a proper husband. The presence of women in the West is, at its absolute best, parasitic. There's no reason to mince words here. The man gave everything, only for a female cop to show up and assume his despair is a disturbance of the peace. The only thing I'd say is, brother, don't waste tears on what has been lost. If the story is true, which we know it is, stand tall and walk away. The comments are, God forbid a man shows emotion. You on drugs? Drinking? Are you abusive? Classic feminist governance. It's a damn shame. Leave the man to cry in peace, please. He should be looking at this as a victory, but regardless, I agree. Leave the man alone to grieve. He needs to talk to a male officer. She definitely siding with the wife. They always do. Always. All she wanted to do was arrest him. All he wanted was someone to listen to him. Typical. Yep, a day in the life. Next.
If a guy gives you an engagement ring and he calls off the engagement, should you give the ring back?
No, hell no. It's my ring.
Okay, so why is it if a man withdraws consent to an engagement, he loses the ring?
I mean, I don't think women are objects like rings are.
I wouldn't say he loses the ring, but you lost the value of that woman.
Okay. If marriage is supposed to be an equal partnership, why does a woman get an expensive engagement ring but a man doesn't?
I mean, I'm sure they could, but I don't think most of them want it. I mean, they get a ring. It's just not really as
What if a
expensive.
guy wanted like a $20,000 motorcycle?
I mean, I guess it's all between you and your partner. I spoil my men.
Wow. Yeah, I can see her getting out what she wants very soon. The comments are, the law says it's his ring. Hey, glasses girl, why the F you lying? Fake ring till marriage, LOL. Or don't get married. It's not a gift. The ring is a promise. When the promise is broken, the ring returns to its owner. If only it worked out that way in most cases. I don't care if you're the Virgin Mary. If I call off the engagement and you don't give me the ring back, I'll file a police report. Cold-blooded. You do you. Men, the modern woman is an unhinged sociopath, bred to take everything they can before the bell. Preserve your masculinity, save time, and continue to walk away.
As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you'll get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video. Till next time.